Alright folks, hope y'all enjoy the video and have a blessed day. Let's go. Alright folks, we are stamping a design into a sheath that we're working on. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of this process. We're using a dragon scale stamper. You can see the pattern that it puts in the leather. Very cool pattern. This is not the first time that I've used this pattern, and once you get an initial line started of it, you just kind of set the tool. See if I can get a little closer. You just kind of set the tool down in the groove, and you just keep pounding away until you get till you cover whatever area you're needing to cover of it. And I don't always get it perfect, but it can be a little forgiving once you come back and put the antiquing gel and all that on it, and you can get away with some little blemishes on it. But you can see it goes fairly quick once you get that first line in. And all I did was made me a very thin line right down the center, and I run that first line up, and then I just been feeding off of that the rest of the time. And of course you got to make sure that the leather is moist. See how I done that one off, but that's going to be at the bottom, so it won't be seen so much. The important part is right here, because what we've got going on there is this buck knife right here. It's going to be a form-fitted sheath, which we're also trying a new process on today of vacuum sealing. So y'all will get to be a witness to the first time I have tried that vacuum sealer out. I normally do all this, the wet forming and all that, by hand to make sure that I get all the lines in it, but I've watched a few videos on the vacuum sealing, and it seems like it works really well. So that's what we're going to try. Well, I've got this band here as wide as I want it. So what I'm going to do now is put some accent around the edges right here, because this is going to actually fold over as part of the sheath, so we don't have to do the dragon scale all the way across. So what we're going to use here is just some highlighter, I like to call it. I'll show you what this looks like when I get a row of it up through here. To me, it makes it look more like a dragon, because you know dragons don't have scales all over, or maybe they do, I don't know, but to me, it makes it look like the spine of it is real rigid, and then you got the underbelly, if that makes sense. See how that just kind of bubbles it, puts just a little pattern on there, kind of make it look like a reptile skin. Looks pretty cool. And this is easy to do, so it's really fast. So it's very easy to fill in with this. Only place you really have to be careful is right up that first line that you put in. Alright, so we got our texture added to both sides there. Of course, the knife is going to be right here like this. This is going to stretch around, form around the knife. So we're going to wet this down real good and get it prepared for the vacuum. Alright folks, here we go. We got the leather wet. And if this screws up, y'all will get to be first witness to it, because like I said, this is the first time that I have done it. So we're gonna find out here. I've already prepped this into the bag and got it sealed. I have no idea how to use this vacuum sealer, so we're just going to try to make sure that we got this lined up right where we want it. Try to hold it in place and see if we can get this to going just like we want it. Alright, now let's see here. I'll come around, maybe y'all can see a little better there. Sealing. Double. Alright, here we go folks. Looks like it's sucking the air out of it. You don't see that? Alright folks, I canceled it out there because I feel like that I don't need that in there. I feel like that is a hindrance to it. So we're going to try it without that. I feel like it's not pulling the knife as tight as I would like, for the leather down as tight as I would like for it to. Alright, let's try this again. Oh yeah, you see that? Now look, you see the shape of the knife coming into play there. See that? That made the difference. Look at that. See, you can see the blade right there. You can see every little contour of that knife. Now that's perfect right there. Looky there. I like that. Alright folks, look at that. Now, that's what I bought this vacuum sealer for. Just to help wet form that leather. Man, it pulled that thing down. You can see the whole shape of the knife, the blade. So when I unseal this and take it out, see, this will kind of go down flat, and we'll put a back side on it and a belt loop and get some color added to it, and we will have us a very, very nice sheath, a form fitted. Very nice. So y'all got to witness. And this is the vacuum sealer that I bought. If anybody gets interested in doing this stuff, seemed to work well. I will give an update on it as soon as we open this thing up. Alright, let me get you up to date, folks, on this sheath that we're doing here. What I have done is kind of trimmed it a little. I have taken this stamping tool and put me a little, it's really just to mark where I want the stitching holes to go. And right now I am going the extra mile with these things. I don't punch all the way through with these. I just use these to mark where I want the holes at. So that's what I am doing right now, is getting my hole placement set. And then I use a entirely different method to actually put the holes in. But you have to kind of just this is my method. Some people use these punchers to go all the way through the leather. To me, I just find it easier for me to do it the way I'm doing it here. It helps me to it makes me feel like I'm getting the hole just the way I want it. It's just a method that I've developed, and if you talk to another leather maker, I'm sure they've probably got a different method that they use. Everybody just kind of takes the same concept and tweaks it to where it works best for them. And in my opinion, as long as you get a good quality sheath or good quality leather piece, whatever your method is, then you're doing it right. That's the way I look at it. But see, I've got the holes marked where I want them at. And my next step in the process is drilling the holes on a drill press. Alright folks, so here's my next step in the process. This is how I get my holes in the leather. And all this is, folks, is just an old drill press that I wasn't using for anything else. I took a finishing nail, put a really fine point on it, got it in there, and it's not a drill bit, it's a finishing nail, and it spins and puts the hole through. It just, to me, it punches a cleaner hole. Finished work on it. I don't have no drill bit will kind of catch and kind of frill up. I don't know if that's even a word, frill up, but it kind of leaves like a stringy, dusty type stuff on the hole. So that's the reason I started doing this method, and it works really great. It's easier to get the needles through, because everything I do is hand stitched. So when you hand stitch everything, believe me, you look for the easiest way to get it done. Especially when you start getting older hands like I've got, that want to cramp up and get tired really quick. The least path of resistance is definitely the best. We're going to get these holes put in here, and then our next step is going to be actually stitching this. You can see there that we got all of our holes drilled. You see on the back side, lined up nice and clean. So our next phase will be getting this stitched up. So I will show you a little bit of that when we get going on it. Now what I'm going to use is just black. This is waxed sewing thread, leather thread. And the way I get my length of thread that I need is I kind of just overlap a little bit right there. I just kind of follow the pattern around like so. I'll go a little past it, and then I'm just going to loop that 5 times. Take that length. There's 2 times. There is 3 times. There is 4 times. And there is 5 times. Then we're just going to thread our needles up. And I just used they're actually leather sewing needles, but they're on the small side. And to get that, I just kind of loop back through the thread, if you can see that. I pull it down like so. Just make you a little loop on there. Do the other end the same way. Alright, we're going to start the stitching process. And what I do is just run this through and I just even the thread up. Just get it centered on there. Then drop it to each side. And what I do here is I always start from my front side, and my very first you know, a lot of people saddle stitch these and, you know, and lock it in every time. It's not really my method. I do lock in the first stitch. You just take that needle and push it through, wrap the thread and pull it like so. Then you take this needle, go through that second hole where then you just wrap it, lock it in just like you did on the other side. Then you just try to evenly pull that through both sides, and you can see it kind of just knotting itself up right here. You just pull that first stitch good and tight. Now I will do a lock stitch about every 5 or 6 times, but other than that I'll go through the hole, then back through the same hole, and I'll pull my slack. I go through that process, and after 5 or 6 holes I'll do another lock stitch, just to keep it that way. If you did get a cut somewhere, the whole thing doesn't come unraveled. Alright folks, we've got our stitching in. Got that part done. We have started shaping our flap. We've got the holes marked for where we're going to put the snap at. So now we're going to go over to the sander and start polishing these edges up and get the shape a little more defined like we want it. So that's the next step in the process. you can see, we got our edges sanded roughly. Now the next thing I like to do is take some fine grit sandpaper and just go over the edges, kind of smooth them, get them ready, and then we'll come back and touch up, get all this extra leather off, and then we'll go from there. But the next step's going to be sanding, and I won't bore you with that, so stay tuned. Alright folks, I honestly forgot to record a few steps in this process, but we are to the finished sheath. We got the belt loop on the back, got it put in with snaps. We have finished, we got the American flag design on there. We've got the final sheen put on the sheath. She's looking good. We got the edges burnished, and all I use on that is just a little bit of burnishing gum and a little wood burnisher just like this. Just rub the edges on it. It just kind of seals it, keeps it from fraying, makes it look better, feel better. And got the knife inside. This is what she looks like on the inside. Turned out beautiful. I decided to go all black. I thought that would go along good with the knife. I put the silver snaps to kind of go along with the blade. So we are going to clean the knife up, and that will be, I will do a video on that. That'll be the final phase in this, and we'll talk about who this is for and where it's going. So we got one more little part to go on this, and that's getting the knife cleaned and putting the finishing touches on everything. Alright folks, we're going to do our cleanup on this buck knife. This is a Buck 446 USA made knife. This is the one that we made the sheath for, which I will show you again in a few minutes. This thing don't need much. We're just basically going to spray it down and wipe it down good, because it don't need a whole lot. It's a pretty clean knife already, but we might have got it a little dusty and stuff during our working process out there, so we are basically just going to wipe it down and clean it up good. That's our whole goal here. Just shine it up. This is our last phase in that, getting that sheath made, that custom sheath made. I know you folks are interested in seeing the end result on that. It did turn out beautiful, I'll tell you that much right now. Very nice. Alright, that's all that needed, folks. Just a good wipe down. So, without further ado, we will bring the sheath out here. Let me make sure I got all this oil off my hands. And here is the sheath that we made for it. We went all black with it. We got the American flag in there. just a regular snout. We got the leather, the belt loop on the back. It's in with rivets. We got, of course, we got rugged cross knives on the back of the sheath, cause hey, I'm the one that made it. So anyway, it's custom made, form fitted, hand stitched, just blacked out, just beautiful. But watch how this knife fits down in there. Watch this. See that? Watch that snout. Look at that. You don't even need a lid on it, because it's never coming out anyway. But there it is, finished product. So y'all tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll go ahead and tell you who I did this for. This was the knife doctor sent this knife to me. This is a knife that Mr. Glenn found. I don't remember exactly where he found it, but I had messaged the knife doctor and told him I'd like to do a sheath for it, because in the video when he revealed the knife, he said, now all I gotta do is get me a sheath for it. Well, listen, it's long overdue on getting this sheath made. I've had this knife for a while. I have just been so busy, I have not had time to get it done, but I finally have it done, and I'm gonna tell you, I don't think they're gonna be disappointed in it at all. It turned out absolutely gorgeous. I wish I could keep it for myself. It's just beautiful. Anyway, y'all tell me what you think, folks, in the comments. Tell me if you like it, don't like it. And always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, like button, share button, give me a comment. Love to hear from you, folks. I appreciate all of you and love all of you. Thank y'all so much for everything. Y'all have a blessed day.
Alright, folks, the call rings clear from a forge where blades appear, rugged cross knives, bold and bright, born of fire, shaped with might. Steel and leather side by side, crafted strong with maker's pride. Blades that whisper, edges keen, stories sharp and surfaces clean. Old knives weathered, scarred with rust, find new life in skilled hands' trust. Alright, folks, the maker grins where every blade and tail begins. So sing of steel, of edge and hide, of passion, skill, and crafted pride. For in each knife a soul survives.